Hi guys, welcome to the Camila Reyes Podcast, where we teach women in the health and fitness industry how to scale their businesses to $20,000 months. We work with practitioners and coaches. Today we have an amazing woman here with us. Faith is a fitness instructor. She helps women with their body, with their nutrition, with their identity. And we are going to speak about the amazing business that she's been building, how we've been able to work together, and the impact that she's making with women all around the community. So, hi, Faith.
Wow, what an introduction. I'm blushing. Hello, my love.
Hello.
Hi.
I am so glad to have you here.
Me too.
Yeah. I think that I love about business is really seeing and being there, in different seasons. And things can look so different so fast, but that's such a relief also, because things can look so different so fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's really how you choose to look at it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Embracing the season for what it's for, the purpose it serves.
That's right.
Yeah.
So tell us about your business. Tell us how you help women. Tell us how you are going currently from all in person.
Yeah.
And we are taking and shifting your business online.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I am Faith. I am a trainer, fitness coach, nutrition coach. And I've been in the industry for about almost 10 years now. But what I do really is help women transform, right?
Yes.
So obviously physically. But I feel like that's only the surface level of what most people see. There's so much to it that elicits change, really. It's how you think, and then because you think differently, because you see yourself differently, then you eat differently, you make choices differently. So I help women with that process through my coaching program. It's a holistic transformation coaching program that includes mental, body, physical changes, and also spiritual work, because they all work together, so that's what I do. And I am currently in person, and I am transitioning to being online, because really it's all about capacity.
Yes.
Because
I know.
Capacity, because I can be in the gym 8 hours a day, but I'm limited still. There's only one of me, so especially with this new season that God has brought me into, and the shifts that He's done in me, my own transformation physically and mentally and spiritually. Now He wants to not just take that in the gym that I'm currently at, but really all around the world, because that's the beautiful part about our generation is you can impact so many people.
I know.
So it's what we do about it.
Yeah. And I love your program because it's very holistic.
Yes.
And so I'm not gonna lie, I've worked with trainers before, and it was just a program in nutrition, and there was never the mindset part. And I think, I'll be honest, I had my own my own walk with my relationship with food.
Absolutely.
And so for me, it started very, very, very early on when I was very little, and food was very difficult for me. And
Absolutely.
I was reflecting actually a few days ago, and I realized why is it that I do what I do? And it's crazy because I work with you guys because you guys helped change my life. But a part of your program is the mindset part. And and losing weight and having the body that you want, and becoming that woman, it all starts here.
Exactly.
But also, you and I are both Christians.
Yes.
So it also starts here.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
Because I don't know how many times I tried dieting, and I tried, I just could never Like,
Yeah.
it seemed impossible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's because there's so much going on behind the scenes, right?
Right.
The mental component, there's so much psychology to it. This is really what's running the show.
Yeah.
And really what differentiates Divine Design is I've been in the bodybuilding industry for years, you know, and something that I've seen in women, a lot of women, and honestly everyone, even those who are not in bodybuilding, is they achieve the results, they're able to, you know, overcome those little struggles to be able to achieve the physical transformation, the weight loss, the relationship with food, but they get there, and like you said, there's still that emptiness there. There's still they look completely different, but somehow, you know, the things running in the back of their mind that's been there their whole life, when, you know, that started when they were children, it's still there. It's still playing in the back, telling them you're not enough, telling them you're insecure, telling them you are rejected. And just because this changed and this didn't change, the person is still the same. So that's why you have to target it from both ends. Because God didn't create us in pieces.
Yes.
He created us to be whole.
Yes.
So why would we only seek transformation with him in one part?
And okay, that alone, right, is worth it, guys. Like, when people think about working with a coach, right, or a practitioner, or someone that's going to help you with, like, your health, right?
Right.
Your whole entire body is really just what your body is saying is, like, this is the current state of, like, my being inside.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so, like, I feel like when people are, you know, when they're underweight or overweight, or people cope with things differently.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And so if it's not food, then it's like vices, right? And if it's not vices, then it'd be relationships, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it really is just like a tracking of where that person is at, right?
Yeah.
And I think that Divine Design, you know, and these programs are, you've designed it to go back to the identity of who that woman is, and like directly from who God called her to be.
Exactly.
Which then, when you're going into a program of fitness, right, and it feels like you have never been able to do this, all of a sudden you have not just the program, not just the mindset, not just the, you know, the macros,
the protocols, exactly.
The protocols that, right, you need a morning routine, a night routine, right, but you also have God to help you along the side.
Yes.
And so it doesn't seem so impossible anymore.
Yeah, because like you said about identity, right, that's really the foundation of everything. That's why you do what you do. That's why you think the way that you do. That's why you have the choices that you make. And I really love what you said about the body being a replica really of your internal state, and that's what it is. Your body communicates with you, whether that be through how much you weigh, whether that be through the inflammation that you're holding, and oh my gosh, your biochemical markers. So when you get your blood work done, I've worked with women who, you know, their blood work shows these are the things that are wrong, but a lot of the things, for instance, I have a client who is suffering from hypocortisol, and because she's been so stressed her whole life, basically how her body down-regulated her cortisol so that it can meet her where she's at, because she's constantly go. So basically, to balance that out, her body stopped producing cortisol, which is also bad. But that didn't just change from me telling her, hey, we need to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
We had to dig deep into the root, and we found that it's because when she was little, a lot of the things that she was told is, if you are not doing anything, if you're just sitting there and resting, you're lazy, you're not enough, you're not worthy. So you need to be constantly doing something. And so because we dug deep into that and the patterns behind the scenes and brought God along with that, heal that, now it's like improved a lot better. So that's one example. And identity, right? So if you really believe that you are a woman of God, that you are created in his image for an amazing purpose, if you really believe that, that's what your actions will show. That's what your decisions will show. you know? So if you believe that you're still someone who is an orphan child who's not worthy, if you don't believe that your Father in heaven is the creator of the universe, if you don't believe that, yeah, you're going to limit yourself. You're going to hide. You're not going to receive every open door that God has placed in front of you because you believe that you're an orphan. But if you believe that you are a daughter of God, then you accept that, you receive it because you know what he put inside of you.
Yeah. I think that you stop disqualifying yourself.
Yes.
And I'm going to be really honest, when it comes to any coaching program, whether it's a fitness program or, you know, women working with me.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I see, and it's so obvious why God walks us through this, right? Like, I have had to go through such a spiritual journey of facing fear, right? Like, spearheaded, like, you know, facing it. And like, pretty much basing my whole career based on rejection. Like, I hear no's every single day, right?
Yeah.
But I had to do that because I see it now when women are looking to work, right? With either myself or with you, right? Fear is the biggest thing. They're like, I can't do it. I can't afford it. And like, it's like, well, you took the steps to talk.
Yeah.
You took the steps to get on this call.
Right.
You need the help. You know you need it.
Right.
Your business needs it. Like, because when people are at a certain capacity, which is the reason why we're taking it online, right? Like, you only have X amount of hours throughout the day. You only have X amount of energy, right? You don't know how to market yourself. You don't know how to put these funnels. You don't know how to create, right? These the business that you could have, right? And so instead they hide behind the fear. Which tells you I'm protected, right?
Exactly.
But one option, right? Let's say that they're building their business or their body, right? It's you have to face what you're doing, like face forward. Like, you have to go at it and like actually face it. But so many women decide to just run away from it.
Yes.
And, you know, be so scared because they're like, I'd rather just live in this comfort zone that keeps me safe. But here you could have your dream body, right? Or the dream income or whatever for your business, right?
Yeah, right.
But you'll never get to see that because you never let yourself get to, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. You didn't face your fears, and everything that you said is completely accurate. And our nervous system and divine design, right? It's understanding how God designed us, the divine design of our nervous system, our body, but our nervous system was designed to protect us. So whenever someone sees something that they've never seen before, or an experience or a program or something that they know is good for them because it's something they're not familiar with, that mind is just gonna keep giving you all those thoughts, those fears to protect you. That's really all it is. And that's why we've created tools to be able to combat that, understanding, education, application. But, you know, Camila, there's something actually that I read recently, and it was about David and Goliath. It's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. But going back to identity and fears, right? It took a Goliath to reveal a David. So before Goliath, before those fears, before those giants, David was just a shepherd boy. He was just a shepherd boy. But when he faced the fears, like you said, head on, even though he didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but he knew that he was anointed by God. He knew that he loved God and God loved him. Because that he knew in his heart, even though those fears were there, that was a lot stronger. And he faced the giant. He faced it head on, despite this, because of this and his faith. And before the battle, he was a shepherd boy. After facing the fears, he became a warrior. And that's what's needed to shift your identity. That's what's needed to shift your identity from making X amount of money a month to something Y amount of money is that shift in identity, that shift in attacking your giants, facing your fears.
Yeah. No, it's true. And also because you can't hold more if you don't believe that you're worthy of it.
Yeah.
You really can't.
Yeah.
Like, you will sabotage things.
Right.
You will feel that you're not worthy of it. You won't know how to, like, market it. I'm being serious. Like, it's like, it's crazy how your identity has to upgrade first, and then you see everything else outside.
Yeah.
In my program, I think one of the things that I work with a lot of my clients is their mindset. And then also with a lot of my clients, I'm not just a coach. Like, I help you guys implement things.
You do.
And so it helps because the technology side of things, the marketing side, right?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten there yet, but like helping with like ads and helping with more of the marketing side, because a business is not just systems. Like, systems is the back end, right? And that's funnels, right? So we're going to put that into place, right? But then it's also aligning what we were talking about, the messaging, and who are you speaking to, and who is your target audience, right?
Right.
And then from there, we can then do, marketing, which is the social media, the email marketing.
Yes.
And that's when you bring in ads.
Yes.
But before that, right, it wouldn't make sense. The same thing as, like, you wouldn't, like, I remember when we started working out, right? And I was like, I'm ready to do these, like, super hard workouts. And you were like, absolutely not. Like, you need your form. And I was like, we were on that program for so long. I was like, I'm so over it, right? But I understand.
Yeah.
Because you can't build things on, like, a shaky foundation.
That's what it is.
Right?
Yeah. Foundations need to be strong. I have this analogy that I love using with clients, and really, when you're building your body, when you're building your mind, when you're building your faith, you're building your business, right? It's like house. And that house is going to crumble if that foundation is shaky. So the question really is, what are those foundations? For business, obviously, you know way more than I do. But yeah, for changing your body, it's your faith, how you think. It's where your identity is.
Right.
So with business, what are the foundations for business?
Yeah. I think for business, the foundation is, when you guys come to me, we always do a whole evaluation of where your business is at, right?
Yeah.
Then we figure out the goals, where we're going to take your business, right? And then we create a roadmap of what we're going to do, right?
Yeah.
And then the first thing that I implement with you guys is, let's figure out where your current offer is at, right? Because I need to look at how much are you guys actually, like, charging, right?
Yeah.
And where is the gap to where, are you guys leaving money on the table?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then from there, we go into full messaging, right? And then we are working together on putting these systems and automations so you guys get your time back.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that. And what I got from that is really understanding and knowing where you're currently at, right? I think that's what a lot of people... Yeah, it's a mistake a lot of people have. Same thing with when we started working out, right? Is you're not truly understanding where you're at yet. So you want to just, like, go off the rails because you don't know, okay, where am I at now? Business-wise, fitness-wise. So I think for everyone that's starting something, building a business, building a new lifestyle, building something, just understand where you're at first, right?
And so many people can't get themselves to be in that place. And what I mean by that is that you have, like, life either happens for you or life happens to you.
Yes. Yeah.
And God's not going to come down here and be like, here, like, choose this, right? Like, he will guide you.
We have free will.
But you have free will, right? You
Yes.
either mess up your life or you choose better, right?
Yeah.
And so when it comes to, like, building, like, your business or going all in your health, it's a core foundational thing for your life, right? One is where your income comes from, which is like, to me, it's insane that people are like, I'm just gonna wing it. Like, don't wing. Like, this is like your income, your everything, right?
Yeah.
And then your health is how like you take care of like your babies, like your spouse, your everything in life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Your body, how much energy you have, like how you show up.
Yeah.
So if you don't take care of these like core things,
Absolutely.
it's gonna be a bit harder, right, to go through life just kind of like patching things.
Exactly.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah. You can't just wing things. No.
You can't.
No. You gotta have systems.
You have to. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, okay, so you've built a successful in-person training, right? We're pivoting online, right? And group coaching.
Yes.
Because you want to impact more women.
Yes.
Right?
Of course.
Eventually. And so what's like the biggest shift that you have seen that in making this transition, and what are you the most excited about when
Wow. Well, there's been a lot of shifts in this transition. I can go in so many tangents, but I honestly, if I'm just, to be honest, God's also shifted my identity the most, because one of the mission of divine design, right? Like from what we were talking about earlier, which is the impact that God wants me to make, not just in the gym that I'm currently at, but everywhere, is to fill that empty space in their hearts, and for us to see ourselves, for us to see ourselves the way God sees us, and to love ourselves the way God loves us. That's really the mission of divine design, because like we said, if we believe that, if we really that's our identity, everything changes from there, because that's our foundation. And honestly, I was building this program, and I thought I saw myself the way God saw me, and loved myself the way He loved me, but I didn't. And He just brought so many struggles for me to overcome. So many struggles, so much pain, and back to the Goliath. Every time God was refining my identity more and more, to now for me to sit here and confidently say I do see myself the way God sees me, and love myself the way God loves me. And now I'm able to pour onto others, not from an empty cup. So the biggest shift in this transition really is that. And because of that, just my capacity has increased so much, and I'm able to help women in a different way, in a deeper way, because I now understand where they're coming from. And everything that I've built in divine design, the programs, the tools, the protocols, now I'm having to use those all myself. And God's almost like, it has to start with us first, right? So that's shifted so much recently.
Wow.
And I forgot the next question. But
I love that.
What was the next question?
No, that in itself is the whole share. I mean, that covers it all. Like, it said, yep. What made you decide you needed support? This is the next question, but yeah, I mean, I think that it was, what was your biggest fear about the transition? I don't think you had any fears.
I wouldn't say I didn't have any fears. I think obviously there's that little thought, what if this doesn't work? But our job is to trust and to just take the steps, right? We don't need to know the whole staircase. It's just, what step did God give me right now that I need to take?
Yes.
And then He'll take care of the rest. And for me, one of those steps is working with you.
I know.
Yeah, which was really hard for me. Back to that identity shift. I was someone who was like, I got it all by myself. I got it. I don't need no help. I can do it all. But God shifted that in my heart. And because He did, because I don't need to do it all myself, because that was my Band-Aid. That's when I would feel worthy, is when I know I can control everything. And that was my identity. But because God is like, no, even though you don't have control of anything, but you trust me and you know that I have control, now I'm able to put that pride aside and lean into to amazing women like you who God divinely designed to be so amazing at what you're at. And I can lean on you and I can get even more amazing in what I'm good at. Yeah. And we can build what God has for both of us and in our paths, you know?
Yeah. And honestly, talking about that, I'm so glad that you share that, because pride is probably one of the biggest things I've struggled with my whole entire life.
Yeah.
But pride comes from having to have done things myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I had loving parents, I'm not gonna, right? But I'm very like, I'm very strong. And so.
Which is amazing.
And it's amazing, but I also need help.
Yeah.
So I also need to ask for help, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't make me less of a woman if I ask for that help.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if anything, asking for help has taught me that it's like, whoa, like there are so many things that I couldn't see, right? That someone else can see.
Exactly.
When you open up, and then it doesn't make you a failure. It makes you actually like, people that are really good at business actually bring in the best teams. So they hire people that are better than them. Right? Like, because they can see that they're really good at their specialty.
Exactly.
And that's how the company grows.
Exactly.
And so it's actually such a lie that you have to do things like yourself.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
yeah.
Like, I've learned so much about that too. But
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So you and I started working together during this pivotal time, right? You kind of touched on that, but you said what made you decide that you needed the support, and then what were you hoping to get out of us working together?
Yeah. When we started working together, again, I needed someone who knew more than I did, because one, capacity, right? I had so many things I needed to pour into my clients, so many other things that I needed to pour myself so that I can pour to them. And so when I'm able to delegate that to you, you know, helping me grow my business, helping me make this transition, I can place my capacity onto the things that needed me and then surrender the rest to you. And also, going back to what we were talking about earlier, right? These are places that I haven't really gone to before, but you have.
Right.
So I need your help. Right. And hold that mirror and help show me the way, right? So that's why. And I was hoping to get just that, for you to help me with the systems, building the foundation, and like you said, create an action plan that I can implement. And that's what I really love working with you, is we would have those, and then we would have our check-ins as well, which really allowed for consistent progress, right? Because going back to what we were talking about earlier, if you're just going here, and there's no actual direction, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's what I was hoping with you, was building the foundations and creating that direction.
Yeah. And we've seen, we've seen how you've been able to implement little by little, right? And everything is an increment. And I think that's why I run my program a bit different than other coaches. I don't just throw you guys into like school. I help you guys, along your side.
Yes.
So it becomes a lot less overwhelming.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you have access to, templates and documents and all the things that you need. But that helps, someone who's like, wait, I don't know what I'm doing. And then now I just have free range of all of this. Like, it's way too much.
Exactly.
It's way, way too much. Too overwhelming.
Absolutely. It's the same with coaching.
Yes.
I always tell my clients baby steps. Like we said, understand where you're at first, and then let's just take those baby steps.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you look back, you're like, whoa, I've come so far. But because you make it too big of a goal to start, it's too far away. You need to meet yourself where you are. Take that steps, like you said, increments.
Yeah.
Same with fitness coaching. So
yeah.
I love the similarities.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. Can you share specifically how our work together has impacted transition? But most, what I really want to get out of this question is, like, what's been like a breakthrough moment that you've had while we've been working together?
Love that question. Breakthrough moment, I would say, is, as people, we have blind spots, right? So we can think of what's just good in the moment. But what my breakthrough was with you was scalability, right? So everything that I'm building right now, it's probably good for me like a year even, but as far as I remember, you would say evergreen. Is this an evergreen system?
Yes.
Is this going to withstand the storms and the trials? Is this something that's going to be able to last? And really, that was my breakthrough with you, is really adapting that lens in which how I started to build my program, my systems, so that it's actually not just for the moment, not just for the short-term goals, but really almost a lifetime, right?
Yes.
So that was my big breakthrough with you.
Wow. Yes. Because when you guys are working with me, I make sure that there's a system that we put in place that even when you're not working, you still have it.
Yes.
And wow, that was like such a light bulb for me, because I think that you need this.
Yeah.
As things are going to start scaling like bigger, right? As you start bringing in, 100, 200, 250 women into the program, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have that, you won't be able to actually onboard them.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly. You can't just wing it then.
No.
Because you're serving these women, So looking at it and oh my gosh, it makes your life so easy. So easy. And you can actually bring your attention, your energy, your capacity to really just help that person, because you took care of what you needed to, that actually lasted way, way back.
Yeah, that's it. Because most small business owners spend most of their time during like admin or fixing a funnel or fixing something in marketing or sending out, XDM, or when we can automate all of that.
Yeah.
And so,
thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so you're not turned on 24/7, which is, how a business should be. Because if you passed away tomorrow, you would want the business to keep running.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You could, you're not going to pass away tomorrow. But if she did, right? The Lord is protecting you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's kind of the same mindset too in fitness coaching. We operate by our habits. That's how we were divinely designed. Like business, we have habits, we have systems, and we want to take advantage of that, right? Like it's the mindset of life happens for us. So let's hack that. Let's automate things. Build the habits now. Be consistent for the next month, next 3 months. Oh my gosh, next thing you know, you won't even need to think about it because you've automated it already in your nervous system. Like kind of like when you drive home. I don't know if you've ever had times when you don't even think and you're just like, oh, well, I'm home. It's the same thing. So automate your habits, automate your systems in business, and yes, life is going to get better.
I know. It's habit stacking.
Yes,
habit stacking, right?
Yes.
I have one of the questions that I wanted to ask you was, you're building something really cool. You're building something that is gonna give them that touch of personalization.
Yes.
And so you're building a program that's customized to them.
Yes.
Right? But they're getting access to, mindset, right?
Yes,
mindset calls.
Yes.
What do you see long term for Divine Design, and if someone was looking for your program, right? What would you say is the biggest differentiator of your program? versus just, any other program?
Yeah. Wow, what a great question. So going back to what you asked, so for Divine Design, yeah, we work individually with a person, but in terms of what I see long-term wise for Divine Design, so the vision that I have for Divine Design is it's more like therapy. It's holistic healing, because it's basically therapy, right? You're healing from all these things, which is what God calls us to do too, is to heal, right? So it's healing. It's the goal. Healing is the goal, and how you eat, how you sleep, we call it somatic work, right? Your body, what your body experiences. It's all message to those things that you're healing. So I'm really seeing Divine Design, not just a fitness program, but really a therapy program that is able to give someone the tools. That's something that you're not just talking about it, right? But you're actually embodying the healing. You're embodying the new identity that you are creating with God. And obviously it's faith-based. So that's the vision that I have for Divine Design. And in terms of the next question, which I already forgot because I was so deep in that answer.
That's so funny. It was, so your long-term vision, and then the one thing that makes it stand out from any other program.
God's in it. God's in it. That's really what allows it to stand out, because again, if this was just another program, it's just going to become a Band-Aid. It's just going to become your God. Such an easy path to fall into when you're achieving, going through these programs, because like you said, pride, the results, that starts to be the thing you worship. And so because God is in this, that hole in your heart, that desire, to go this way when you should be going this way. God really works in your heart to make him the way, but these are just supports. So with Divine Design, not only are we giving you the protocols and the mindset calls, but we're really teaching you about identity. We're really teaching you about God's truth. We're really teaching you how to use all the things that he divinely designed to walk on his path for your own path, for your own purpose. And it's not just so that you can just look hot and just become her. It's so that you can.
What do they call it today? They're like, become a baddie. I'm like, where did that come from?
But because to be able to live out your purpose, because that's why you're here. And whether that purpose is being a great mom, being an amazing business coach, being an amazing coach, an amazing whatever it is that you are called to do, that is what it's for. It's to shift you, to refine you for that purpose. It's not just for something surface level.
I love that.
Thank you. Of course.
This has been so enjoyable.
Likewise.
Where can people find you?
People can find me at iamdivinelydesign.com, or you can also follow me on at FeetlyFit or Divinely Design on Instagram.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can find us at simplestrategy.co or CamilaReyes.biz. We drop episodes. We have all sorts of info in there for you guys. But thank you for joining us. Send this episode to anyone that needs to learn a little bit more about, I think, identity.
Yes.
And also, building a business and building your body are some of the things that are they're going to make you face all your fears. So if you know anyone that's looking, right, to face those fears, this podcast is for them, because I think that, you can only really truly become that person by walking it out.
Exactly.
Not pretending.
Exactly.
Because they'll just fall apart.
Walking it out.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.